Hey everybody, welcome back to LPD TV. Dave and Lyle, here we are. What do you think?
Just watched round 4 this time. Not round. It was round 3 last time. Now it's round 4. The ref, MotoGP.
Round 4.
It was absolutely unbelievable.
Epic, man.
Unbelievable.
Epic is the only word that comes to mind. Unbelievable, yeah. Phenomenal race. Where do you want to start?
Got off to a great start. Everyone made it round safe the first couple of turns, which is always great.
Should we go back even to the warm-up and the sprint?
The sprint was amazing as well. Yeah, the sprint was
full of drama from like lap 6 on.
So many crashes, and no one really knows why. 3 riders crashed out
that's
at the same time.
I've ever seen that all at one time, same corner, miles apart. Boom, they're all on the floor.
Yeah, it was a strange race. I don't know if they found anything on the track but it was weird.
Yeah.
But back to the main race. It was good to see him go through the first few corners safely. Some great overtakes in the first lap, and it settled down for a while, and then a couple of early crashes.
Yeah.
And then it settled down a little bit more, and then it started like the battle between Bagnaia, Jorge Martin. They took off. Marquez was battling with Bezzecchi.
Bezzecchi in there, yeah.
So they were kind of like 2 races in one, a 2-for-1 in halfway through the GP with at the front.
Yeah.
Between
absolutely.
Marquez and Bezzecchi and then Jorge Martin with Paco Bagnaia, and that was like they were a train. It was really bothering me how close Bezzecchi was to Jorge Martin. I'll tell you why. When you follow that close in those bikes, and the front tire heats up a bit more than what they want.
Yeah.
And that was when I was seeing how tight Bezzecchi was, Bagnaia was against Jorge Martin. That was a concern.
Yeah.
And then the same with Marquez and Bezzecchi. Like they were following really close to each other. So when you see that, it's always oh man, the front tire's going to heat up on one of those bikes, on the bike behind.
Yeah, I really would have liked to see their front tires at the end of the race.
Yeah, they never show you.
I don't think they'll have nothing left on either one of those. We're standing in front of Dave's Ducati, and I got my Ducati hat on because that race was total Ducati through and through, man. It was the best head-to-head racing I've seen in a long time.
It was amazing.
There's Jorge there as we're doing a bit of a recap here of our own, and cool to see the Science senior and junior Carlos out there at the race supporting
the Spanish riders.
Riders,
yeah. The sprint race. Getting back to the sprint race. Of course, a couple of wild cards. Danny Pedrosa for KTM. He's their test rider. He looked good all weekend.
Yeah.
He looked really good. Looked like he never missed a beat. And he did well in the sprint.
Yeah.
He came 4th after all the drama.
All the melee.
Fabio Quartararo came 3rd.
3rd, yeah.
Yeah.
All the way from, where was he? Like
23rd.
Something like that. He was
20 places.
Way at the back, and he fought his way to the front.
But a few riders got penalised for low tire pressure after the race, and Fabio was one of those riders that gave up a place, and Danny got a medal.
And good for Danny. I mean, that's it's pretty cool to see him. Come up as a wild card into the race and walking away with a medal.
Yeah.
That's wow.
That was good to see.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
That's cool.
Very cool.
Anything else that you noticed?
I get put on the spot now. I kind of expected maybe a little bit more.
Your favorite rider?
I don't have a favorite. I mean, let's get over that already. I mean, I love Marc Marquez, of course, but he's not my favorite. I've got lots of favorites.
Fill me.
Yeah, well, how about Pedro Acosta? I thought I would see a
Pedro,
little.
I thought had a rough weekend.
Yeah, he did.
I thought he struggled. Jerez is a really technical track, very hard to pass on. Extremely technical. They don't get up to a super high speed on the straightaway, although there's a few turns where they do try and make the, historically turn 13 was the last turn where they make the dive for the pass.
Right.
But Pedro suffered this weekend, which surprised me a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think he said during practice 3 or the qualifying, he was still trying to feel the tires.
Right.
He was still trying to feel that the tires underneath the bike.
Right.
But he's gonna be fine though. He's gonna be fine.
He really he brings to mind, Kevin Schwann's type mindset to just, he's either all in or he's in the draft somewhere. He's just all over it. I love the way he races. I think we'll see him at the front for a long time to come.
Yeah.
But it's a bit of a bummer that he struggled a bit.
He did struggle.
But yeah, some of these other riders.
I thought Maverick would do better as well.
Right.
After the last race, I thought he'd do better.
Yeah. A real bummer to see Jorge crash out though, in that corner there where his front got away on him, and he just, and from then on it was just all Mark and Bagnaia. So
really, no, I was like Jorge's this year my favorite rider.
Yeah.
And I was a little disappointed he lost the front on.
Yeah. Do you think he could have stuck with him all the way to the end though?
I have a feeling that Jorge, he's still trying to calm his excitement down during the race, and what I mean is that I still think he has to learn how to save the tire. I felt like he was in front, so he had no issues on cooling or water overheating the tire.
Right.
But he was using his tire, and Bagnaia was behind him so close. Pressure, you can hear the bikes behind when they're that close.
Yeah.
So, I think he's still this year trying to come to terms with saving the tire. He looked like he was doing it the first three races until now.
Yeah.
Like he did it, he's done it. That is his first mistake this year by Martin.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, because he's just been on top of the world for the sprint racing, and he totally killed it there. So,
yeah. Marquez had a few moments about bumping into guys again, which is one of my pet peeves.
Yeah.
He's on my naughty list, naughty rider list.
I think it'd be hard for him to get off your naughty list.
Yeah, he just bumps. He just doesn't make a clean pass half the time.
Yeah, there are times.
He just doesn't.
I have to agree.
He rear-ended John Mir.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that was.
Mir luckily didn't go down.
Luckily, that was a close one.
But I get anxious when Bagnaia and him were going at it.
Yeah.
With I think 4 laps to go, when Mark really caught Pecco and.
Right.
And was really pressuring him.
I think it was 6 laps to go. He caught right up to him.
Yeah.
Tried the first pass there. 4 laps to go. Got on him again.
Yeah. And then he connected.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you were down.
Yeah.
I thought you were down. Well, he went down. Mark picked it up like he was supposed to.
Yeah.
And they fought again.
Yeah.
So.
A couple other back markers there. Zarco was in.
Zarco
banging around a bit.
He took another rider out. Zarco. Yeah.
Overall, though, phenomenal race, man. Really.
A lot of crashes, though. A lot of crashes in the sprint. A lot of crashes in the GP race.
Yeah. Almost a little bit. I don't know if they found fluid on the track with those 3 guys going down in the same corner. That's
in the sprint to have 3 riders behind each other.
Yeah.
And synchronized crashing like that.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
I've
seen it maybe once or twice in Moto3.
Yeah.
But in MotoGP, when they were when they all slid off the track at the same time.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
And there's like 5-7 bike legs between them, like they were miles apart.
Yeah, they were all single.
Yeah.
Single bike crashes. Yeah.
But it was like synchro. They all did it in unison. Yeah. It was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just I don't know if you want to maybe even touch on Formula One. I know we're both huge Formula One fans.
Yeah, I've watched Formula One a long time as well as the bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have. What you wanna say about Formula One?
It was just nice to see the signs.
You like the
I'm a Carlos
fan. Signs.
Yeah.
Father and son there.
Hey, well, they come out to the race, so let's talk a little bit about the Formula One grid. And who knows, maybe we can expand into Formula One stuff
Go ahead.
In our chat. Obviously the question is that Carlos Jr. has not signed yet anywhere for the upcoming years. So do you have a thought, a suggestion on where he might end up?
I think it's too early. I think everyone's still under shock of Lewis Hamilton leaving Mercedes. I think that sent shockwaves in Formula One when in the off season somehow Lewis said no thanks to Mercedes.
Yeah.
And hello Ferrari.
Yeah.
That was shocking, which meant Sainz was gonna lose his ride for next year. Carlos Sainz Jr.
Yeah.
So I still think that the paddock is getting their head around that. There is other rider contracts coming up for renewal.
Yeah.
Red Bull have gone through a rough time with the off-track scandal. That they had to deal with. With their team manager.
Yeah. Bringing up Red Bull and mentioning them. So I heard a rumor that now Adrian Newey.
He's going to Ferrari.
Yeah.
He's going to Ferrari.
Is that confirmed? Have you?
That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think there's the off-season scandal.
Too much from
that happened with Red Bull over the accusations from an employee.
Right.
Standpoints.
Yeah.
Christian Horner was the mid-team manager that got accused of something. I'm not really sure still what happened.
Yeah.
Some misconduct. It was nothing was found.
Right.
But I think the drama with Red Bull, reading between the lines, which you've got to do a lot in Formula One, you don't really get to the bottom of it until it's well over.
Yeah.
I think that Christian Horner is still there. So if something was found, he'd be gone, but he's still there.
Yeah.
Marco, the team advisor, like from Austria, he was trying to get, I think, Christian out of the team, along with Jos Verstappen. Jos Verstappen, which is Max's dad.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of drama there.
Yeah.
I think Adrian didn't like that personally. This is only my opinion.
Right.
Adrian Newey comes from like the classic English Formula One bloodline. From he built the cars of Williams when Williams were big. When Williams were winning their world championships with Damon Hill.
Yeah.
And Jack Villeneuve.
Yeah.
And when David Coulthard came in, they were all Adrian's cars.
Right.
And along with Patrick Head, they built still my favourite Formula One cars. The FW, either the FW 14, 15, and 16. Those cars were absolutely magic.
Right.
And the Renault V10, those cars, the Michael Schumacher V10 was a wicked car. So that's
that era. Yeah.
Apart from saying that, Adrian Newey, he just doesn't do well around a team that isn't getting along.
Right.
Which it looks like Red Bull behind the scenes. There's some friction there.
Some shaking up happening.
Yeah. Although Mercedes have got their drama with Lewis, I don't think Lewis felt like the Mercedes is the car for him anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these guys, Ferrari's the dream team.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter how good they are.
Yeah.
It's like Michael Schumacher went through it. All the drivers go through it. They all feel like at some time they want to be in a Ferrari.
Yeah. Yeah.
And why not? Like I would.
Absolutely. No.
You know, so they're kind of my favorite team, to be honest with you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why I come from an old guy like me.
Yeah.
They have the background.
Yeah.
You know, with the Williams team.
Right.
You know.
There was some news, though, that did come out about a driver signing, and that's Nico Hülkenberg signing with Audi Sport now is confirmed for the new era coming up, 2026.
Okay.
And so that's some breaking news, I guess, for my channel, our channel, whatever. Yeah, so that's kind of interesting. That's a talking point. I don't know if you. Well, what do you think about Nico?
I always liked the most experienced driver out there. Not always in the best car, unfortunately. Like some of these drivers find themselves over their careers.
Yeah,
it's like a crapshoot, man. It's like, you know, they look like they're heading for the number one car, and then some young guy comes in, like Max Verstappen did, you know, 5 or 8 years ago, and they're ruining the kind of like the Apple car.
Misaligns the planet.
And then kind of like, you know, sends a shockwave again on drivers, and then drivers thinking, well, you know, I've done 100 Grand Prix, like,
right,
and he comes in at 17 and he's in a Red Bull,
right,
and then he crashes all the time, and like doesn't make sense, and then he stops crashing, and then then he wins,
exactly,
and
then once you're on the winning train, I think it becomes kind of a whole mindset, a whole feeling, and it's infectious with the team, and everyone starts to get that same.
So Hülkenberg, I'd love to see him in a top team, just to see how good he's experienced.
Right.
It is, I want to get back to Mercedes.
Yeah.
I think there was something happening between Toto Wolff and Lewis Hamilton. This is only my personal opinion.
Sure.
And I don't think. I think if you look back to the pandemic races, where Mercedes went completely in the wrong direction with the body, with the aerodynamics.
Guess what?
Well, the thing is, like engineering.
Guess what? My microphone's on that jacket, and I took it off. I don't have a microphone on. Oh my god! Are you kidding me? That was a whole waste of like.
Well, you got your microphone now. Good job.
Sorry for the interruption. So we were talking.
So the aerodynamics with Mercedes.
Yeah, their car
and the bouncing. The
porpoising. Yeah.
It's like I think Lewis kind of lost confidence from then on.
Right.
That's what it looked to me.
Yeah.
And they copied the Red Bull and they tried to do a different bodywork, and I don't think it's worked.
Overall, they finally said, no, Toto, just let's scrap this and start from square one again. Yeah. And so I think they've been behind the 8 ball ever since. And you're probably right. It's just too far to come back from.
Yeah. And they're a half a second off the Red Bulls and the Ferraris.
Right.
And, sometimes when strategy goes their way, they'll come up.
Yeah.
If you're a team that relies on strategy, they've never been that team.
You're right.
They've always been wanting to be in front.
Yeah.
And not let strategy be the factor to get ahead, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I think that's we can leave it there. That was pretty good.
You sprung the Formula One on me. Like, I wasn't sure, let me know next time.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, good job.
I don't mind doing a little grid talk on a few different sports, and I know we're both Formula One fans, so might as well bring it in to the conversation.
And this year, do you know why it is called Formula One this year? Because there's only one winner. Formula One winner. Max Verstappen.
Again, There's still a lot of races left. Let's hope that doesn't continue to be a trend this year.
Oh, well, I think everyone wants to see the wheel to wheel a bit more.
Absolutely.
And at least, spread the wins out, spread the trophies to the other drivers, because like they're gonna need a truck to get the trophies home again.
And just to bring it home to what got us started into Formula One was Carlos Sainz showing up at the GP race, the MotoGP race, and I think that guy's on it this year. I personally, my own opinion, I think Ferrari kind of fucked up, if I can say that. I'll put a bleep in there if I can.
Yeah.
But I think that they got rid of the wrong guy.
You're now on my naughty list with Marquez for dropping the F-bomb on our
okay,
past.
Won't happen again.
Okay.
I think they made a major oopsie, and I think they should have signed Sainz and let go Carlos. Not Carlos. Sorry, Leclerc. Charles Leclerc. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm not in the Ferrari garage giving directions. So, but yeah, I think Ferrari. I think Carlos is a guy that can win some races this year, and hopefully they can spread the wins around a little bit.
There's a Formula One next weekend. This is GP weekend, the MotoGP.
Okay, yeah.
So there's a Formula One next weekend, and it's in Miami.
Oh yeah, that's right too.
Welcome to Miami.
Yes.
In the wise words of Will Smith.
Right.
In the 90s.
And Ferrari's going to be running a special livery.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What is it, like the Miami Dolphins uniform?
Almost. They're going with
not the baby blue.
The baby blue.
No.
It's back, baby.
Okay.
Yeah. Special livery with the blue. I forget what they called it. Azure blue or something. And there's two colors of blue, I think, two shades. But so yeah, I look forward to.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Miami Formula One.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Not like these city tracks aren't great tracks, but. It's drama again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again, guys, for tuning in for the our GP talk.
GP/F1.
Our grid talk.
MotoGP.
Our grid talk. Yeah. Let's call it grid talk. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, why not?
If you got a name for our show, throw it at us. Give us some comments.
In the comments below, maybe?
Yeah,
Is that what these people say?
Absolutely,
below? Yeah. You suck.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, if you're going to, speaking of comments,
yeah.
I just want to give a shout out to one of our newest viewers.
Okay.
We call him Big Nick.
Big Nick?
Big Nick, yeah.
Okay.
He's one of our latest viewers, and I just want to give a shout out to Nick. Hi, Nick.
Big Nick. Hey, Big Nick.
Yeah. Keep on going, hopefully. So
tune in again next week.
See you soon.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. Cheers. Oh.